Welcome back to my channel, friends. Can you see me? I'll pick with these flowers from our property for International Women's Day. How cute is that? In this vlog, we are catching up on in the house tasks and projects. I really wanted to go out to do the garden tour, but it is now the third day and it's gonna be tomorrow as well. Very windy, so it's no point to go out there, otherwise I'm just gonna waste the footage like I did in the last vlog if you watched it. So we've got lots to catch up on in a house. I'm gonna make bread, I'm gonna make cheese, I'm making yogurt now. We can go and do the seedling touring around the house, and also we can sow some of the seeds what we sow in March. So if you're interested, you are welcome. Let's go watch the vlog, friends. So I'm just zeroed this scale out and I'm just gonna do a sourdough bread today. So I'm just gonna measure and weigh out 500 grams of strong bread flour. I'm gonna add 300 ml of lukewarm water, couple of teaspoons of pink Himalayan salt to this recipe, and about a large cup full of my sourdough starter. I've just made myself a nice cappuccino. Oh, this one is in pounds. Let's change the unit. 4 grams or kilograms. Okay, we're nearly there. 432. That's 500. Perfect. I'm just gonna make a small loaf today. Zero this out. Let me go with meal, change unit to meal, zero it out, and we go with 300. I'll start with 250. 243 for now. And I'm gonna straight add the sourdough starter, so zero it out. And about 264, that's plenty. And we're gonna give this a good mix, and then later on we're going to add the salt, and I'm just gonna do some stretch and fold during the day, and we're gonna bake this tomorrow. So but yeah, just gonna mix this together. I'm just gonna add the salt. I should really use finer salt. I might put some in my coffee grinder and just powder it. Put a little bit of oil as well. Oops, I knew it! Just dropped some of this. Try not to step in it now. I need to actually, when I go out next to check on the animals, I need to take the compost bin and empty it. Right. This is now all nicely combined. So I'm just gonna cover this in a minute, shower cap, and then job is done. Finish off my coffee. And my next job is to make the cheese, and while that's sitting with a rennet in it, I'll go and check on the animals. So up here I've got lots of peppers and chilies. They don't need, I usually put my finger in the dirt, compost, to just check if it needs watering. This one is a bit dry here, but maybe I water it a little bit. But they are looking really well. So what I usually do, swap them around like this, because they are trying to reach towards the light. So if I'm turning this around daily, they just do that, you know, movement, so it looks all right. But look how beautiful. Let's see, which one is this? A Machu Picchu. This one is a chili. And looking fantastic. No leaf curling, beautiful green. I've got the third sets of leaves coming already. Very happy, friends. Okay, down here I've got the 2 different varieties of beetroot. Growing. This one is a bit sad. Let's try to stand these up. But I think they just need a good soak. And they're reaching to that window, can you see? Jesus. Alright, just give them a good soak. They'll soon stand up. This is a celery. Doing really well. Kohlrabi, tomatoes. Perfect. Just give everybody a little. This one looks a bit, but we don't need this much beetroot anyway. We're going to put this on soon, friends. Now I got over here, we've got the broad beans. These needs to go out. That's a tomatillo there. These are some tomatillos as well. Over here we got leek, different varieties. And all these really need to go out to the potting shed because it's too warm to these plants in here. These are the cabbages. I can't remember the varieties. So we've got the field kraut cabbages, are all these. Some of these are the summer cabbage calibos. So they really need to go out. That's the sugar snap pea. Oh, it's already got a little pea on there, look. And this one is the cauliflower, friends. Look how beautiful these chilies are looking. These actually sweet peppers. Most of them are these sweet peppers, different varieties. They're looking so beautiful and healthy. I'm really chuffed with those. Can you see that wind out there? It's really horrendous today again. It's been like that now for a few days. So over here I've got all the tomatoes. Not all of the tomatoes, because I've got tomatoes somewhere else as well, but all these are tomatoes. So if it would be a nice day, I would probably open the window, let some air in, harden them off a little bit. But at the moment, it's just really bad. So I just do this with my hands and smell it. Oh, it smells gorgeous. But they are doing fantastic. They've already been potted on, and I'm going to pot them on again before they go to the final position. So what I do, when I put them on for a little bit larger pot, I will then put all this under the compost. So only this one's gonna be out of the compost, so that will, these little hairs on the stem, they all gonna become an anchor, amazing root for them. Over here again I've got tomatoes, so I'm just showing you what I do to turn them around like this. Try to be careful, but I do this every day if I remember it, and then, you know, they gonna go toward the lights again. So as you can see, they are facing this way. They're gonna go facing that way today during the day. So this aubergine is looking good, that one. This lettuce is kaput. Some of them are looking good, but the tomatoes are doing fantastic, and the Ingrid pepper as well over here, and the aubergine. As soon as I get to that potting shed, I'm gonna transfer some of these plants under the grow light and turn the heater on. But at the moment, I just didn't get to it because of the weather. Weather's been rainy, windy. I just don't want to work out there in these weather conditions. So next week, I think it's picking up slightly, so I might gonna have a window And I have a couple of hours each day to go out and just carry on progressing and putting the potting shed together, friends, so we can take the plants out, because having the grow light would help them strengthen those stems. And you know, because the light is right above them, they would just go nice and tall and straight. Like in here, because where we are now, where I am standing, it's quite dark. Our house is quite dark anyway. And that window there and the light, so they all try to move towards the light. Okay, I'm upstairs now. We've got some radishes in here, experimental radishes. Also, we've got some peppers, kale, tomatoes, chilies. I've got some spring onion in here as well. So just a little bit of a variety. I mean, I'm so lucky with these wide windowsills, because that just works in here for me. So, right, what we've got in here. Brussels sprouts, broccoli, lettuce, more lettuces. We can harvest these lettuces in here. We need to harvest these lettuce over here. And then we've got the peppers. Can you see? We need to turn them around like this. We've got some spring onions there, more peppers. So one night I left this window open, it's gone down really chilly. So that peppers really don't like cold, so that's gonna be like sad. I might lose this Red Bull's horn now, unfortunately. Broccoli in here as well. So again, these peppers, most of them are Życiowa and cayenne chili pepper. They're looking so good, really happy. Shallots and the artichokes are up. And some of the Jersey Devil. Tomatoes are doing well in here. And this one is the red bunching perennial onion. Just hanging there. More tomatoes in this corner. Doing fantastic. And over here I've got the blush celery. Can you hear that wind? Tomatoes and some perennial onions in here. Good morning, friends. It is the next day, 7:30 in the morning, nice and early. I'm ready to go. Today we're going to catching up on some of the kitchen projects, and I really would like to sow some seeds. So I just want to show you what I've been doing yesterday and kind of what we're going to do today. So as I've mentioned, I've been doing the kitchen project started on yesterday as a bread. So we're going to put this bread to the oven, sourdough bread, and that's going to be our first one. I've just made myself a cup of coffee because I just want to talk about the milk, what we use the milk up for. So sometimes I just use a raw milk like that in my coffee. And the next project is yogurt. So this is a new batch. This is an old batch byproduct. So what I have done in here, I've made yogurt yesterday from yesterday's milk. It takes 8 hours in my Instant Pot. I've also invested to a new Instant Pot because if I'm gonna do curries and meat and spicy meal in my Instant Pot and then I'll do yogurt, it just doesn't taste right. So I'm gonna dedicate my old Instant Pot to one of the, I don't want to say not so flavorful food, but you know, more like yogurt kind of things and stuff. So I want to actually have a taste test of this yogurt. Wow, that is beautiful. So with this yogurt, we can make the breakfast yogurts. Also what I have make with this yogurt, this is my little strainer. So that actually have got this little sieve, what goes in there like this, sits in there, and I fill this up with the yogurt and that, you know, put it in the fridge for a couple of days and that drips more of that whey, what left over in the yogurt. And that's gonna be our sour cream. So look how thick that is. You know, this is a sour cream. That was a little bit of whey just run out. But that's a sour cream.
as a byproduct of the yogurt. That's a delicious sour cream, friends. And also this way, I use up again this way to preserve, ferment my homemade mayonnaise a bit longer, so it lasts longer. Again, I don't wanna, just in case it runs out, but this is a slightly different taste. Not because of the way, because of one more other thing I've changed. I've made it for the very first time with avocado oil. I thought I might switch from the vegetable or sunflower oil, what I use to make my homemade mayonnaise, avocado oil. And it is nice, a lot nicer than when you make it with light olive oil. Olive oil is just very strong flavor. I don't like. Some of you like the taste when you make it with olive oil. I don't. It's too strong. This one, I think I like this one, you know. Yeah. So that's good to know. That was my little experiment to switch to avocado oil, or we can, you know, use that both. So that's good. Right, let's put these things away. And what I also use the whey for, I can just drink it. It's lovely over rice on its own, you know, cold. Also, I pour this over when I make rice. Let's say I make rice in an Instant Pot. I'm gonna use my old Instant Pot for making rice as well. And I might mix it with water and whey and a bit of salt, and gives beautiful flavor. Also, I flavor this when I make soup, so, you know, use this up as well, friends. Just tidy up a bit. It's too much on this table as always. Also, another thing I've done yesterday, I've done cheese. So I've done an easy version, so I've just heated up the milk for 86 degrees Fahrenheit. I've put 1/8 of a teaspoon of animal rennet in a cup of water, poured it in, let it sit for 30 minutes. I just had a phone call, so I just tried to catch what did I already tell you? Oh yeah, so I left it for 30 minutes until it sets, you know, the curd forms, cut the curd, wait again 10-15 minutes until the curd heals, and then I strained it. And I've just remembered I've not put salt on it, so this needs salt in when we're gonna serve it, because I make a longer process, but I didn't have time yesterday, so I have just made it like this. So it's a block of cheese, and I just leave it for a couple of days in here on this side of my sink to drain the whey away, and I just put it in a fridge. What I have done for the dogs, I'm still going through the freezer of that liver, cow's liver from local farmer, and I've just literally sliced it for small pieces because of my small dogs, and with some boiled eggs, and that's the dogs' dinner with their bickies. She's been out on walk with Al, and she's just eating now, Sandy, munching on yesterday's leftover bickies. Talking about dogs, I've just messaged a couple of dog breeder, and one already got back to me, so we're gonna go and view 2 border collie puppies tomorrow. So I went with one of the lighter colored ones. I'll try to take some pictures and show it in short tomorrow, so this is really exciting. We're going to have 2 puppies coming end of this month or beginning of next month, so that is super exciting. Another thing, coffees. You know, when I said no grocery shop for rest of the year, well, actually I've bought one thing in each month so far. We're in March, so I'm not super restricting myself. We go, and then as I find things out, like, oops, I haven't got this all run out, I will go for it. So I'm bulk buying. January I bought coffee because we straight away ran out of coffee. I wasn't prepared. So January we ran out of coffee. I usually buy Lavazza. I just like the flavor, but they didn't have it in bulk. I wanted to have a good price and a good till rest of the year kind of scenario. So I bought a load of something. I made a massive risk of this Hadera Ethiopian fresh roasted coffee, but I think it's already lacking in taste. It's not that good than the Lavazza, but I bought so much that that's gonna keep us going now. So what I do, I'm just gonna fill this little jar up. It's actually not bad, but I think a little bit more I prefer the Lavazza. But it is what it is. Okay, so in February I bought condensed milk. Bulk of condensed milk because we ran out of that, or we were very low. So I know we need condensed milk when I'm baking, or in the summer we're going to need it for, mostly I'm using it for making ice cream. So I know that I knew we need condensed milk. Also I can make my own, but it's so time consuming and I know I'm not going to have much time in the summertime. And in March I bought a block of cheese for some reason, mozzarella. I thought it's gonna be hard cheese to make fried cheese, but I bought a mozzarella. It is delicious, and we're going to make fried cheese and chips with it. We're going to attempt to make fried cheese and chips with it anyway, because it needs using up. So that's my March purchase. We're nearly into mid-March, 13th of March today, so I try not to get anything else for the rest of the month. Okay, I've put the bread dish to the oven a long time ago now while I'm talking to you. So this is now definitely ready to put in the oven, this sourdough. It's not looking fantastic. It's not risen amazingly. Honestly, I cannot make those beautiful ones I used to make in my old house, and I genuinely don't understand the reason why. Must be my water. So we scored that dough and that can go to the oven. Just like that. 40 minutes and we're gonna have a look. Very hot, so I have to be very careful. And I need to put my alarm on. Okay, I've put it for 8:30. It is now 10 to 8. So I've got 40 minutes. What I'm gonna do, I usually leave this on the Argo so it dries out completely before I put it away. I always reuse these shower cups for a very long time until they just literally rip apart. So that's a bit wet being in the fridge. So I'm drying that out on the Argo as well. And I'm just thinking, what shall I do next? Ali's out, so I'm going to do the morning chores. Today he said he's done Tom and Jerry, the 2 billy goats, and I need to do the rest. So we're gonna go, and I won't be taking you today, but I'm going and I'll do the 3 pygmy goats. One had bloat yesterday, so I had to keep my eye on it. I gave him bicarbonate of soda and she's much better. That's the problem with these babies when they first go out and they overeat in lush grass. So feed the baby goats, the pygmy goats, feed the cats. I fed the dogs, they've had their walk. Okay, Sandy had the lot. So when I come back I need to feed Lucy Bear. feed the pigs, the 2 cunies. Then probably I'm gonna go and feed the chickens and turkeys. The new chickens are doing really well, settling in well. Then I'm expecting a bag of swan food, and then I'll go and feed the swans, and then I'll go back and feed the goats and milk the goat. So yes, I'm very busy, and after we're back, I'm probably gonna have to run back halfway through to deal with the bread, and then I'll bring you along with me, and we're gonna do some seed sowing. I'm not sure exactly which seed. We're gonna pick a few and do that. Al said, although from inside it looks sunny, but it looks very windy, and the wind chill is a killer, very cold. So probably won't be doing much of outside projects again, and tomorrow we're out, we're gonna see the poppies. So, but next week, although it's a cold start of the days, lovely days. I've checked my trusty app, and we're gonna have a lovely spring days. So we are going to catch up on outside work, friends. Okay, it is nearly 12 o'clock. I've done everything outside. I skipped breakfast, so what I'm having now for lunch, that's the bread we've just made, friends. So I'm just going to have a slice of this sourdough bread with 2 boiled eggs, homemade mayonnaise, and with some mozzarella. So that's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna put some mayo on the top, spread it evenly, put the cheese and the egg. I'm gonna enjoy this. I am starving, with some water as well in between or after. And next job, I'm going to sow seeds. I've been out for a couple of hours. I've done everything. I've even watered the polytunnel. I fed the swan as well. We've got so many eggs now. I need to make some more boiled eggs. I think I'm going to make rice pudding with today's milk. I've just milked Juniper, 2 litre. So I love rice pudding. Okay, let's put a bit of salt. And this is my lunch today. Okay, before I'm going to sow the seeds, I just would like to start on one more project. Boiled egg. Having so many eggs now from the girls, I like to have boiled egg on hand as a quick snack, or just like, you know, I've just had lunch, quick lunch, breakfast ingredients, whatever. And I need to make some deviled eggs. I know that takes a bit of time, but if I have loads of boiled eggs ready and I've got a spare time, then I can just make things like that as well. I buy these egg boxes from Amazon, and I bought a stamp saying Aldridge's Farmhouse, kitchen, fresh eggs laid daily, farm fresh eggs, just for fun. I'm not selling the eggs, I'll give it away to friends and family. So I think I'm gonna wash these eggs first. I wash these eggs, and I'm gonna put some pink Himalayan salt to the bottom of that dish. I put all the washed eggs in here, fill it up with water from the tap until it covers the eggs, and I'm gonna put it on my boiling plate, and when it starts boiling, I'm gonna cook the eggs for about 12 to 13 minutes. I never wash eggs when I'm bringing them in to the house, I like to change the nest in a nesting box, that straw, more often, so cleaner eggs coming into the house, because that protecting layer on those eggs make the eggs last a lot longer if you would wash it and then store it in a fridge. The only reason I'm storing these in a fridge unwashed, because for long-term storage, if I would have used those eggs for, let's within 3 weeks, I'll just leave it out on my kitchen counter unwashed. Chickens, when they first start laying, when they point of lay, they start laying the eggs quite small compared to, you know, when they get into it, the eggs actually getting larger. I cannot wait for the new chickens start laying. So, and now I'm gonna fill this up with water until it covers the eggs. Okay, so we've got few floaters. I'm gonna remove those. They are very old eggs. So see, this one's showing. That doesn't necessarily mean they are bad, but ideally I like these eggs to be submerged under the water. That's perfect. Yesterday we had our first turkey eggs, so they all just started laying. I'm already thinking about hatching, but I need to stop myself for now. I'm busy. I'm very busy so far this month. But yeah, so we've just used these eggs and now I'm gonna fill it up again. Unwashed, just as I've picked it from outside from the nesting boxes. Some of these eggs are so large that I'm struggling to close the egg box. And this can go back to the feeding area. Okay, I've managed. I'll leave this out here until I fill this one as well. And I'm going to put this back to the fridge. And that's where I store. So what I'm gonna do, ideally, I pull this, I nearly dropped it, did you see it? I pull this forward. I know this needs to use that first. And I put the fresh ones to the back. That's how I kind of try to rotate them, so I know which one is the freshest. So far, I am happy, quite happy with this bought compost to use for seed sowing. So I've got all the seeds in here next to me, and I would like to choose what we're gonna sow today. Right, I think we're going to do Luffa. Luffa needs sowing. Luffa. Let's do a couple of lettuces. Let's do some herbs, Herb-Lovage and Herb-Orangelo Thyme. And we do the rest another day. The poppy and the radish we're gonna direct sow, so I leave that as separate pile. We're not doing a melon and a cucumber just yet. Leave this towards the end of the month. But what we can do the kohlrabi, this prickly pear, do the Savoy cabbage, leave the rest of the cabbage for next week. Let's do the bok choy and the chard. Here you go. So these are the seeds we leave behind for a moment. Coriander we do direct sow as well. So these are the seeds we're gonna do today. So we're gonna do the Herb-Orangelo Thyme, Luffa-Ashglade, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing these right, Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce, outrageous lettuce, and I've ordered 2 Luffa seeds, 2 different varieties. We've got the purple Kohlrabi-Prickly Pear, Chard-Sunset and Peppermint, Bok Choy-Purple Lady, and Savoy Cabbage. So my next job is to get a label for all these. I put some of them in this individual pots and some of them to these multi-cell module trays. And what I'm gonna do, I fill this up like this. I'm gonna add some extra water, put the signs in and the seeds. Cover it back up with a touch of compost again, and the job is done. I've already made the rice pudding and the boiled eggs done now. I was on a phone for 2 hours. I've not spoken to one of my friends since Christmas, and she just rang. So we had a really nice chat. And today it's our day out, so we're just going to a local pub for pizza today. It's Friday. Okay, I'm just going to put some more water over this. So I'm doing 2 varieties of Luffa first. This is I just put Welsh on this one, from a Welsh company. I do get the sugar rush peach and a few things from them. So I'm gonna put 6 of this one and 6 of the other variety. Ashglade. Such a beautiful packet. The sun is now on us, I'm not sure how well you can see me. This one are smaller seeds, a little bit. One more. The next one, the purple Kohlrabi. That's from She Grows Veg. Such a yummy Kohlrabi, this purple Kohlrabi. Don't need a lot. So I'll just like sprinkle it all over. Next one, we do this prickly pear. Look at this. I've never grown this before. This is an experimental something. I'm gonna do all the seeds. They're looking like this. And just sprinkle it all over the place. Empty packets I just put over there. These ones we can still reuse. I've also got out a telephone piece, so we do that as well. Right, let's do the Bok Choy-Purple Lady next. Rest of them are from She Grows Veg. I know we don't need a lot. I'm gonna do the peppermint chard and the sunset chard next. They've got the same seeds than the beetroot. So I'm gonna put maybe 2 or 3 per cell. That keeps me going. We still got Swiss chard now in the garden. I'm gonna put the sunset one, the purple stem. Again, we don't need a lot. Oh, shoot. It's gonna be too many in this one. That's it. Okay, next let's do the lettuces. Marvel of 4 Seasons and the Outrageous. I'm gonna use this up now. Oh, the wind is now settling. And I'm so excited about tomorrow. We're gonna go and see the poppies, and a breeder just sent me a video of these baby border collies. They're so cute. Oh, this one is gonna be loads now, but I've got so many seeds, so that's it. And the Marvel of 4 Seasons, it's got these curly edges on those lettuces. Next week, I'm really excited about next week. I think we're going to have a lovely week weather-wise. Lettuce has got tiny seed. Alright, let's do the Luffa-Ashglade to herb next. I've not grown this before. I don't even know what it tastes like. So it's a new herb for me for this year. It's got a seed looking like a dill. Learn something new all the time, friends. Right. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 more. That Herb-Orangelo, like an orange thyme. That sounds interesting. And then we're gonna do Savoy cabbage. It's got absolutely tiny seeds, like a poppy seed. Tiny, tiny. Savoy. That's plenty. Okay, friends, it only took us about 5 minutes, maybe a bit more. All right, so now I'm just going to cover this up with a sprinkle of compost. Push it down. Hi friends, it is the next day. We just came back from Wales. We've been to places to view 2 cute poppies, and we've put a deposit down, friends, so we are going to have more animal coming in just 3 weeks time. In here I just tried to sort out the seeds we've sown yesterday. I'll just try to cover them up if we can, so that gives a good head start for germination. And I need to sprinkle some more water on top. I just wanted to finish this vlog, so I thought I'm gonna finish this vlog with a big news about the poppies. They are adorable. I've actually posted a YouTube post about, well, me and Al and the tea poppies, like a first family photo. I think it's so cute. Honestly, they are adorable. They are border collies and they are about 5 weeks old right now. So I've got 3 weeks to get everything ready for them and invite them to our farm. So I think we kind of have enough animals now until I'm gonna start hatching, probably next month now, some more chicks or turkeys. It all depends whether the turkey or the chicken's gonna go broody first. But yeah, what else I've also done this morning, I'll just show you quickly here. I've just potted on all of these beetroot, the cylindra, so in 2s, 3s and 4s, all different home. The leek, the elephant leek, and yeah, they're both elephant leek, and all this one, they're doing really well. I think I'm just gonna give them a little bit of water. But yeah, so it was a beautiful day today. Also, it was still a bit cold. So, but from tomorrow, slowly, we're gonna have, hopefully, a lovely week. Well, more like next week. Looks better, the weather. But for 3 days, definitely gonna be nice. So in those 3 days, I really would like to go out and do like a massive project in a garden. I would like to start cracking on with the fencing raised beds. You know, put the wheat fabric down, the cardboard and so on. Also, I would like to put the first early potatoes now in a polytunnel, fill some of the beds, what's empty, with some more compost and sow some seeds like poppies, coriander, radishes, direct sow. And yeah, so just have a nice garden day. So the next vlog is probably going to be all about gardening. Well, I'll hope you enjoyed spending time with me the last couple of days, and I'll hope you all have a wonderful day and see you very soon. Bye friends.